This is the point where you question all of your decisions. It's the moment before anything happens. And I hope that this video is some sort of, I don't know, documentary, inspiration, whatever it turns out to be, or failure lesson in the worst case scenario. I have to try. Hey, bro. So I am leaving for Vietnam today. I have about 12 hours or less until I have to be at the airport. This is the situation at the moment. Today is about packing and just organising all the stuff that I have yet to organise. So I would like to get on my plane tonight, and there's a lot of stuff here and I don't even have a bag to put it in. So what have I got? I've got camera equipment, I've got clothes, I've got all the accessories and that sort of thing, so better get my shit into gear. But this is me 10 hours before I have to be at the airport. I like to leave things until the last minute. Obviously that is enough time to get everything together, organise myself. It's been one hell of a week. Obviously over the last month, what I've done is I have moved out of my house, I've quit a job, I have, I sold a business like 6 months ago, but that was like one of the big steps and processes to actually getting on this trip and being able to go long term and see if I can make money from my laptop, see if I can do digital nomad life. Is it possible? What am I going to do? And the game plan is to make content about coffee and traveling through Vietnam, and then also sell my online barista training course, and then hopefully make another one over there about just running a hospitality business and all that sort of thing. So such a cheap cost of living over there, really affordable, and we're going to go over there and see what we can make happen. It's been a really emotional week, so fuck it, you guys can know. My dog was 13 years old. We spent the last 13 years together nearly every single day, and I'm trying not to cry right in this moment. Even just talking about it makes me like well up, because it's 13 years. It's the longest and most consistent relationship I've ever had. And she was just getting old and failing, and had I left not knowing if I was going to come back or not, I would never want that decision on someone else. I wouldn't want anyone else to be there. Like that's me that has to be in that room with her. So that's the emotional toll of the week. And then there's a relationship that's very much up in the air because of this, because I say, hey, I need to go and do this for myself. I need to go and do this for my soul. This idea started 18 months ago, and it's taken this long. Sold 2 businesses, quit jobs, moved out of my house, sold all my possessions, fucking everything. So this is the point where you question all of your decisions. It's the moment before anything happens, and I hope that this video is some sort of, I don't know, documentary, inspiration, whatever it turns out to be, or failure lesson in the worst case scenario. Like, I am back in my family home from, I moved out of here when I was 18 or 17 really. I don't want to say it feels like failing coming back. My parents are getting older. It's kind of nice to spend some time with them, more than a couple of hours for dinner or a day or something like that. I don't know, what do you call it? Like not a benchmark or a timestamp, but it's just this feeling of, is this where you want to end up? Do you really want to come back here living under your parents' roof? You better go and make something fucking happen, because otherwise, what did you do it all for? And I feel over the last 6 or 12 months, I've had these huge bouts of procrastination and I don't know, just a lack of huge effort. There's been steps towards and inconsistent action and all that sort of stuff, but I'm hoping, like, the point that rewires my brain into saying, you are going to do this. You are going to be a full-time food and travel content creator, and you're going to do it for you, not for anyone else, because this is what you are supposed to be doing. And if it's not, I feel like this is the path that I take to end up wherever I am going to go. It couldn't have happened any other way. It had to happen this way. And yeah, like the biggest step of all was saying goodbye to my best friend. Like she... If you've ever lost a pet, you must know this feeling, but you just keep reaching out to Pat for them. You keep seeing them around the house where they used to lay, where they used to sit, you know, walking through the doorway and all that sort of stuff. And it's just a surreal and haunting and fucking depressing feeling to feel that loss so immensely. I'm going to sign out right now before I turn into an actual crying mess because of saying goodbye to someone. I will make another one of these videos later about what I packed, but actually I'll give you guys a really quick spin around the bed so you can see the shitstorm that I have. We've got book, passport, and some cash there, headphones, camera bag. I don't know if I'm going to take that with me or leave it here. We've got hard drives galore, DJI stuff, card readers. A lot of this stuff is staying here as well. Drone, toiletries, more camera gear, toiletries, like day pack, water bottles, laptop bags, clothes, packing cubes, and you know, everything's here. So today is just sorting out what am I taking with me, or what is staying behind, and yeah, just sorting through it. So that's the day. Hopefully I give you a good update in a couple of hours once I'm packed, I'm set, I'm ready, all my ducks are in a row. And then I'm going to Nathan and Shane's for dinner / a drink, and they're going to drop me at the airport because they're such kind, generous people that they are. So it is that moment before the flight where everything actually kind of becomes real, and I'm exhausted at this point, like physically, emotionally, mentally. It has been one hell of a week, and yeah, it feels very surreal to be going on this like weird coffee trail tour and all that sort of thing through Vietnam. I don't really know how long I've got over there, maybe 5 weeks, maybe 6, maybe longer. Still getting used to the whole vlogging in public thing, but hopefully that will change in the not too distant future. So it's in this really quiet part of the airport at the moment. I feel like I have to whisper. Anyway, I'm gonna get on the plane. I got about an hour to go until boarding, so I can't wait to sleep on the whole plane right there. Where is the best coffee in Brisbane? Actually, let's go to Vietnam. It is 6 AM in Ho Chi Minh. I've just arrived and gone through customs and a very long aeroplane flight, and this is that moment where it actually starts feeling real, because up until this point it's just lines and aeroplanes and it's not that fun. But when you step out and you can feel the city and smell the city, that's when it starts feeling real, and you start getting harassed by hawkers offering taxi rides. Now, I've made that mistake once before about getting a taxi and getting an extra little surcharge on there. I'm not going to do that again. This is a bit of a slow travel game this time, so we are going to get the bus into town and hopefully it will start up soon. It's always interesting getting into a city at this time of day because it feels like you kind of watch it come alive, like you're seeing it at daybreak, and obviously the airport is pumping at the moment, there's lots of life here, but the rest of the city, I don't feel like it starts this early. So we're arriving at the hotel very early, and first point of order is definitely coffee. Oh my god, I can't wait to get a coffee again. Maybe get a pack of cigarettes and smoke that on a sidewalk. It's a bit of a tradition at this point, I feel. Yeah, the bus is rolling in 10, and then we're through airport and customs and away we go.